We have a check though. Oh, we got 4 queens on the board. What is going on?
Do I even need to introduce this match? With the white pieces here, we've got Ali, Alireza, Firouzja, and playing with black, we've got Mangrove, Carlsen. It's the Speed Chess Championship finals. We're picking up here in a 3-minute plus 1 second game. It's online, but they're opposite each other. The winner of this game wins the entire thing. Prepare yourself for something special. What do we get on move 1? E3, E5, and King E2, or so this guy wishes.
Wow, King E2, guys, really? Yeah, it's called the Bong Cloud.
Yes, that's the first human implanted with Neuralink. Okay, everyone's having fun, but it didn't actually happen. Alireza goes with a real opening. We get E5 in response. The knights come charging out, and of course he plays a Gucci Reza piano. He's still the most stylish GM in the entire world. We now get knight F6. Later in the day, we saw a fried liver attack. Yes, it's a real opening, not an outcut from a Hannibal Lecter film, but in this game we just get the modest D3. Even more modest, bishop E7 from Magnus. Doesn't go for some laser action here. And now Alireza picks up the 4th pony, brings it into the game, does it with a nay. Many top GMs do it. The audience applaud. D6 on the board, and A3 gives that bishop a bit of room. Castle's played. Bishop E3 and Magnus copies. Stacks the clergyman, firing in every direction, threatening to mangle the pawn structure, so Alireza charges forward with this noble stallion here. What does Magnus do now? In response, takes with the bishop. Je ne comprends pas, scream the commentators. Why would you give the bishop pair there? Sorry about my terrible French. Well, after pawn recaptures and Magnus completely forgetting which way his pieces are supposed to move, we're gonna see the point revealed here, because the position is closed. Bishops like open boards, so Magnus wants to maneuver. This one drops back voluntarily. Deep move. Maybe you're going C4 one day, or springing round into the attack. And after knight BD7, D4, we start to see those themes. The bishop could find some life here. Magnus now goes into the tank, not the fish tank, though many grandmasters do like to loosen the fingers over in the pool, but the mental tank. Takes a minute, a third of his time, that's a lot, and now goes E4 eventually. Given the miss, but ignore it, half the time it shows us the top line. The knight drops back here, and apparently the overpowered pawn to C ships is best, but not played. It's far more interesting what Magnus does. Pawn to B5, what a move, just lashing out, taking control of the C4 square. We now see Queen E2, eyeballing the pawn, defended, and now the commentators are screaming for G4, G5, H4. Daniel Levy gunning for it, but they've had enough. The audience want a change. In steps Hans Vader himself. The big guns are out, and have a listen to this exceptional commentary that he brings to the booth.
You will see my growth as a chess player. There will be a day when I take down Hikaru, where I take down Danya, where I take down Magnus, and where I rise to the best online Blitz player in the world!
What exceptional insight from Hans Niemann. We haven't heard commentary that incisive since Danny Wrench stepped up earlier in the day to co-commentate with a chess-playing cat called Alan. Many regular viewers are aware of that one. We now see the move of Bishop G5 played, and hang on, where is Alireza headed? Do you really want to give your bishops here? They're your big asset. Magnus goes knight B6, and we now see Alireza in for a penny, in for a pound, take on F6. What is he playing at? Is he the youngest player ever to 2800, or a very naughty boy? Because after C3 covering the centre, rook E8, what is the last move you play here? Stock Barnacles screaming whoops for this knight manoeuvre here, back and in like this. But what you don't do, surely, is what I just accidentally played. Yes, it happened. Alireza took the pawn on e4, given the double question marks of doom. Who does that, right? Opposite the cannon. And now the way to actually punish it properly, Magnus misses it, is to play this move, very well done if you spotted it, of bishop h4. Just getting that one out of the way of the check and that kind of thing. And now also you threaten f5. This is the big point and how to avoid it. You can castle, you can go g3, won't get down all the lines. You are losing a piece, you get some compensation, but shouldn't be enough. But Magnus takes here on d4, misses some of the finer details. He burned a minute earlier. Yes, he mangles the pawn structure, now wins back his piece, but he's underestimated Alireza's space. We get queen c2. No time for the rook to take on d4 or f5 drops. Not ideal. More light squared weaknesses. So queen d7 played, activating. Good move. Rook ac1 piles on the pressure on that backward c pawn, and now we see rook e7 laterally defending. Rook fe1 challenging the only open file. This is half open, but this is truly open. Magnus now takes. We see rook recaptures and he challenges. Hang on, have you blundered? Takes, check. Queen recaptures. Queen then crashes through here. Well, no. Then this queen from e8 slides down, delivers a checkmate. Very unfortunate. So that's why Alireza doesn't take the rook, but plays a collinear move, just stops short of it. And this is an absolute bone in the throat. You know, if takes, well, we're going to find out. It heads that direction. We now get g6 on the board and h4. Classic attacking idea. Now king g7 and h5. Going for the ripping open of the position. We're not going to pause on every question mark. This is blitz chess. Magnus could now sit passive, but he goes for this. Pawn recaptures, slides the queen over, and now this is crazy. Alireza should go d5, cemento that pawn on e6, or queen e2. But he doesn't play either, goes completely wrong here. However, rumour has it that he catches sight of Danny Wrench in his peripheral vision, practicing his draw off a face, completely throws Alireza, especially the eyebrows, and he doesn't find either of these ideas, plays queen c1, headed for the dark squares, but Magnus goes d5, clamping, shutting out the sniper. Suddenly e6 is overextended. Queen f4, saying, hey, take on e6, I take on c7. It is actually a playable line because then the queen covers the knight. But Magnus just plays the most insanely Magnus move ever. His hand stops shaking as he offers that queen exchange, desperate to get them off the board. I mean, what insight is this? This one recaptures, king marches in. Yes, you've doubled the pawns, but only black can ever press. You know, the knight's coming to c4 to pressure. If you take, pass pawn, blah, 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 etc. So we don't see the queens taken off. Magnus gutted. This is now a threat, so the king marches in, covers the square, but it allows this invasion. Game's so far from over. What a match we had. Magnus captures, could have gone queen e7, different game. This one drops. Now he takes here. Yes, he's opened his king, but also white's exposed. Covers e1, queen e4. What an absolute black widow. Centralized monster. Alireza takes, and what a cunning trap he sets. Because if you capture like this, whap bam wallop, you run into this skewer, bye bye queenie. That's good night Vienna. So Magnus doesn't capture the pawn. This is why he practices. This is why he does the Oslo training camps. This is why he gets so familiar with his horsey play. For moments like this, he knows when to pick it up, gallop forward. This is what he does here. Now Alireza checks, and yes, Magnus is making progress, but positions level. Alireza's pinging that king all over the place and should now capture the pawn. You kind of sideline the queen, but it's necessary. Counterplay, eat some prawns. But we see instead, bishop takes on c4, given the question marks of doom, because Magnus now can do some funny checking action and pick up pawns, or he can play this, which is also good, 3 on 2, no time to now take on a6 or queen check, b2's drop in, it's not good, so king g1 played, excellent move, preparing to run away, and Magnus gets the pawn going. Again, given the miss because the computer wanted some check stuff, we're cracking on, g3 was possible, but f3 played, different structure, we get queen e1 check, king h2, and now Magnus finds the absolute best move. You can tell he had a hearty breakfast of
mushrooms,
because he goes queen e6, covers that pawn, threatens to take the white queen, so Alireza checks here. You know, you have to keep queens on, these are running way too fast otherwise. Now king c6 marches in and g4, great move. Yes, this one crumbles, but one is still running for white. Magnus goes b4, takes, g5, we've got a race. Who's going to win the 2024 Speed Chess Championship? Check is played, king moves, another check, Magnus shooting them off the hand as he plays with the mice. Now we see queen e3 check, once more, king g4, and now he pushes on with that invaluable c-pawn, running down the board, a new one created, 2 steps to go, red carpet rolled out, Alireza checks, and now these are the fine margins of chess. King b7, apparently best, but Magnus stumbles forward given the miss. Look at the reaction of Stock Barnacle, back to a level game, what a championship, and now you should push g6, but Alireza keeps on checking, he's humming away, check out my melody, but it's no good. Yes, he gobbles another c-pawn, but this second one is running, it's a race, but look at this queen, so well placed, allows this one to be created, queen d8 check played, the king moves, now this one's created a second Franken queen raised from the dead. Yesterday we had a rectangle, what do we call this one? No clue, you'll have to help me out, but a power surge makes its way through the building, lights start flickering, the hair is ruffling, everyone's discombobulated, but Magnus finds his composure, lands the check, and the king is getting hunted. Laddered, another check, it steps to the g file, audience going nuts, they think it's all over, it is now with queen to Jeff Hurst.
We have a check though. Oh, we got 4 queens on the board. What is going on?
And he's got a zig and zag and queen g5, queen takes g5,
And
and you skewer the other queen.
Yeah. Wow.
This one in check, under fire, and what to do. Step to the H file, anywhere, you're getting mated like this, the classic ladder checkmate, just what you want in blitz, and coming back here, if instead you try and block the way with the queen, then you can take. King recaptures and you're getting Turkish kebab to finish the game here. This is a nasty one, queen dropping next move, that's of course game over. I think Magnus knows this checkmate, meaning Magnus Carlsen wins this game and many others. He absolutely dominates the match in the form of his life today. Alireza couldn't cope even though he's a phenomenal player. And here's the standings as well of the entire lineup of top 10 or 15 or whatever it is. What an event this year. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be unpicking the games for days to come, so make sure you smash unsubscribe, dislike, and never share with your friends. Thanks very much for watching. Check out the video on screen for another epic game and see you soon. Cheers.